following them, the Australian Army Band. It's the 1027 RSAR Army Band. This band represents the 1027 Battalion, Royal South Australian Regiment, an Army Reserve Infantry Battalion located right here in South Australia. And we might just enjoy the sounds of this band here. And in the crowd, make plenty of noise for these guys. This is something that they've really looked forward to doing, and they're putting on a wonderful show for us. And even though it's Australia Day, we have the globe in front of us here right now. It's just past the camera. It's all about being one, really. And the sounds of Waltzing Matilda, the 1027 RSAR Army Band. That is very cool. The Australian Defence Force Tri-Service Guard are here as well. The Australian Defence Force Tri-Service Guard is made up of representatives from Army, Navy and Air Force, all escorting the Australian flag to Elder Park. Let's give them a round of applause. Just a fantastic job these men and women do for the Australians. Let's welcome the Ahawaz community here from the southwest of Iran in the country of Ahawaz. Here are the traditional Arab people of Ahawaz. Like other groups, they're here to celebrate Australia Day, to demonstrate their commitment to Australia and their pride in cultural traditions. Give them a round of applause. And following them close behind, the Islamic Information Centre of South Australia, which runs an Arabic school for students of all ethnicities and ages. People from all backgrounds attend, with over 50 different nationalities represented and participating in their regular events and activities. It's one of the most diverse groups gathered here today under one organisation. Please, the Islamic Information Centre of SA, give them a warm welcome. Also, I want to thank the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association of Australia who've just passed us. We'll tell you about them in just a moment. The Girl Guides are here now. The Girl Guides are all about having fun today, leading the world tomorrow. Guiding is about empowering girls and young women to be their best. The values girls gain through guiding sets them up for life. With more than 22,000 youth members Australia-wide, they have been an integral part of society for the past 100 years. And they've given girls a voice so they can be part of the global movement. Now, I was telling you about these guys, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association of Australia. They swapped positions with the Girl Guides in my script. They were founded in 1889 by Mirza Ghulam Aham of Khurdan. Now, in India, that is. It's an ecumenical organisation with over 200 million memberships in 190 countries of the world. The community stresses non-violence and tolerance of other faiths, and its motto is love for all, hatred for none. The Polish folklore ensemble Tatry are here now. Let's welcome them here. They were established in 1958. Put your hands together. They'll be celebrating their 55th anniversary this year as one of the oldest and largest Polish folklore ensembles in Australia. Tatry pride themselves in sharing their Polish songs and dances with the Australian community and perform at many multicultural events in South Australia. The performances have been a highlight of the South Australian cultural scene for more than 50 years. And it's great to have them along. Here's the Pakistani Australians Association of South Australia coming through now. Man, these guys are going through at a fair click here. Many of their families came to Australia in the 19th century and worked as cameleers to open up Central Australia. Here they are joining us with many others in celebrating Australia Day. It's the Pakistani Australian Association of South Australia. Falun Dafa. Now this is a wonderful float. Following them is Falun Dafa, known as also Falun Gong. Falun Dafa is an ancient Chinese meditation practice to improve body and mind. It teaches the highest universal principles of truthfulness, compassion and tolerance, and is practiced in more than 100 countries around the world. The Falun Dafa practitioners sitting on the float and the lotus flowers are demonstrating the The fifth exercise of the practice, the lotus flower, stands for where the level where a Buddha is cultivated from ordinary humans and they go beyond the dust in the world. The float also consists of many plum blossoms, and these plum blossoms depict passing through the harsh winter, and like Falun Gong practitioners, they're waiting for the arrival of spring to start a new life. The walking group consists of ladies dressed in traditional costumes from the Tang and Qing dynasties. Straight to the penny farthings, one of the favourites here. Imagine doing the tour down under in one of these. The Penny Farthing Cycle Club of South Australia, established 30 years ago, participates in cycling and historic events in South Australia and interstate. Give them a round of applause. The Adelaide Regiment in 1862 is here now. Hey, they yell out. The Adelaide Regiment of Volunteer Rifles, formed in 1860 to defend the colony. The flag's a replica of the colours represented by to the regiment by Governor MacDonald in that year. The uniform you saw then on the screen was worn by the regiment between 1862 and 1865. The Adelaide Regiment is the ancestor of today's 1027th Battalion. We heard them earlier today. Please welcome the Russian Federation community in South Australia. The Russian Ethnic Representative Council of South Australia comprises of the Russian Community Centre in Adelaide, the Russian Theatre Antitesa, the Russian Theatre Davai Pavagorim, the Russian Kids Dancing Group and the Russian Ethnic School in South Australia. They aim to represent the Russian community before various government and charitable bodies, promote and coordinate welfare work with the Russian community, assist the sick and elderly, and coordinate and develop cultural traditional activities with the community. They do plenty. It's the Russian Ethnic Representative Council, and they also are against racial discrimination, religious discrimination, and political discrimination, and great to have them along. And lovely, this is a wonderful float here. And look at the beautiful colours and the traditional clothing that they're wearing as well on the screen at the moment. And the Russian flag and the Australian flag's being waved together here. Fantastic to see. And we're going to the Winter Games very shortly too. It'll be good to see a bit more of Russia. Oh, they're having a dance right in front of us here. We might get that on camera. There we go. A dozy-do. It's not called that, of course. Next up, the RAA. They've been around for a long time. The Royal Automobile Association of South Australia. A 1959 Ford 100E patrol van, this is. The four-cylinder side-valve British Ford Thames panel vans were assembled in Victoria and were assimilated into the RAA road service fleet between 1957 and 1963. Driving it today is one of RAA's current road service patrols. Next, the Romanian community are here. Fantastic to see them. Give them a round of applause, folks. It's the Romanian Community of South Australia, a young association aiming to promote the Romanian customs and traditions among the wider South Australian community. The association has organised a number of cultural events and art exhibitions that were very well received by the public. And on 22nd of Feb, it's their 8th anniversary. The Italian community, hello sir, the Associazione Nazionale Carabinieri Sezioni di Adelaide Incorporated. Fantastic to see these guys. They were founded in 1976 and members are ex-Carabinieri family members and sympathisers who continue to participate in cultural and religious events in the Italian community. They're often seen in community celebrations across South Australia. Great to see them. The St Nicholas Society and Folk Group are coming through now. These guys are coming through faster than the Clipsal. They encourage young people to participate in activities that promote and foster multiculturalism and diversity within the state of South Australia by using the medium of traditional Italian folk dancing and music. This assists young people to appreciate and understand the history and the artistic culture of the Campania region of Italy. It's great to see young people demonstrating their commitment to Australia and their pride in their cultural heritage. Hitting the screens now, look at this, it's Radio Televisione Italiana. It's the big Italian language radio station here in South Australia. Welcome them to the park, buongiorno! Hey. A happy group if you've ever seen one. Hey, check out the tiny little cars. One of them's got a Luigi number plate as well. How cool is this? Little Fiats everywhere. Following the massive Italian community here in the Australia Day Parade is the Friendship Force of Adelaide. The motto for the Friendship Force, hey guys, how you doing, is changing the way you see the world. The Adelaide Club hosts other worldwide clubs and travels each year to various overseas places to stay with people from other cultures to try to break down any barriers that may exist between countries. In 2013, they went to Germany and France in May, the eastern side of the United States. Great to have you along. The Friendship Force of Adelaide, change the way you see the world. Here's the Korean community of Adelaide now. Have a look at these guys. Give them a big round of applause. Gee, they'll drown you out with their noise. This is fantastic. Great to have you along. Oh, I like it. And the big gong. The Ukrainian Association of South Australia is next. Ukraine lies, put your hands together guys, give them a big wave, hello guys. The Ukraine lies in the southern part of Eastern Europe. Its national flag consists of the two horizontal stripes, light blue above bright yellow. Their state emblem is a golden trident on a field of blue. Great to have them along. They're looking at this, their 62nd anniversary. Right behind them, Bosnia and Herzegovina. The society, yeah, I got it, didn't I? Is the society which over for 35 years has provided entertainment and services for Bosnian Australians and is also proud to promote its culture and its tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Adelaide, be Australian proud. These guys are very welcome here. It's the Indian Association of South Australia, the IAASA, arriving allegedly. Yep, there's a truck back there and it's donated by CMV Motors. This is one loud bunch of happy people. Fantastic. Got on you the big thumbs up, a lovely culture, the Indian culture, a diverse range of languages, music, dance and cultural traditions in various regions of the country. Here is being showcased the traditional music and dance of the Maharashtra or the Mumbai region. The majestic Dole band's vibrant beats, they make you want to kick your feet. These guys are really going with the special Leshim dancers who have brought the traditions of Western India to Adelaide today. Wow. Alongside the Indian Association of South Australia is Shivan Gajana, Adelaide, who are showcasing, oh man, I'm just going to be quiet for a sec. This is so loud here, fantastic. A true celebration. These enthusiastic band members have come together to operate a branch of Shivanganjara, a famous traditional music band from Pune in Maharashtra, and they'll be playing Dol Tasha, joined by Gavadar, Janj Tol and Leshim Pathak during this year's parade. Now, in India as well, on today, the 26th of January, they celebrate their Republic Day, so they're having a double celebration. Here in Adelaide, the Indian community is celebrating Australia Day. Put your hands together. Here's the truck, donated by CMV Motors. And this is one happy bunch of folks. You can follow, look at their website, it's IAASA.com.au. Been around since 1967. Sabat Khalsa, South Australia Incorporated is next. What a wonderful dollop of colour and culture this is. G'day guys, good to see you. The 5,000 strong Sikh community in South Australia promotes community harmony, multiculturalism and brotherhood amongst all Australians. They're proud to be Australian and believe in contributing to the prosperity of Australia. Everyone is welcomed into the Sabat Khalsa Sikh Gurudwara, which is a Sikh temple, at 16 to 18 King Street in Prospect. And they've got a lot of Aussie shirts on, a lot of Australian cricket shirts in amongst them too. Great to see you guys. That is the Sabat Khalsa South Australia Incorporated, the Sikh community, 5,000 strong. Behind them is the Adelaide Tamil Association. Put your hands together, guys, for these guys, the Tamil Association in Adelaide. It's a non-profit cultural organisation. Hey, how you going, guys? They're serving the Adelaide Tamil community and will strive to maintain Tamil culture, educational and community activities. The association was started under the tree with a few families in 2005. Now 300 active members are in the association. One of their recent achievements is this SA Tamil School, and with the help of the Ethnic School Board, it started to promote Tamil language in the community, and they had a big warm welcome. Hey, straight to BAPS Australia here. Kangaroos, a meat pie, and a koala on the back of a ute. G'day, guys. Oh, this might be, in fact, I reckon this might be the Sportage Car Club of South Australia. Yeah, g'day, guys. How you doing? The oldest veteran car club in the world, dating back to 1934. The club represents veteran, which is pre-1919, vintage, that's 1919 to 1940, and all types of classic cars up to the present day. It looks after a range of motorsport and car. And is that a chicken? Am I hearing a chicken? I am hearing a chicken. There's a chicken in one of those cars. That's the honker. It looks after a range of motorsport and car and social activities for everyone who has an interest in motoring. And the cars supplied cover Australian, American, English, Scottish and other makes, mostly of 1940 or before. And they're representative of what some of the members own. And let's give them a final cheer. G'day, how you doing? Beautiful vehicle. My goodness. Wow. The Tongan Association of South Australia is next. Give them a big round of applause. Welcome from Tonga. They've had some tough times of late. The Tongan Association of South Australia is here. Of course, our thoughts are with the Tongan nation, which suffered terrible devastation earlier this month, just a few weeks ago, when Cyclone Ian crossed their nation. We wish you lots of warmth and love, guys. Hey, just while we've got a quick, well, you're getting some vision, of course, but while we've got a quick break, remember, of course, tonight, free concert with fireworks. We're going to have 35,000 people watching the fireworks after Sarah De Bono and Timmermatic kick on the stage. It's going to be huge. Let's welcome the Papua New Guinea Association of South Australia. Give them a big round of applause. Look at them in their traditional costumes. This is wonderful. King William Street has never looked so good. They're carrying billums. Now, they're hand-woven bags that have been used for over hundreds of years by their ancestors. Traditionally, these bags are made from the bark of a particular tree. The strips of bark would be twisted around with rope and needle to form the bag. The name billum comes from the term for womb, which because the device is used to carry babies, as well as everything from food and harvested materials to precious belongings. Great to have you along. In fact, there's one of the huge bags right on top of the car. Wow, this is one of our most colourful moments in the parade here. Lots of celebration from the Papua New Guinea Association of South Australia. A big welcoming round of applause. We saw a globe earlier. This really is the world adopting Australia and Australia adopting everyone else. It's a wonderful show of community spirit, this. The Australia Day in the City Parade for 2014, the biggest in the country. The St. John Ambulance Brass Band are here, kicking up a storm. They were formed in the 60s under the name St. John Ambulance Brigade Band, starting with a handful of members from all across South Australia. Now, there are over 30 members of all ages, and over the last 2 years, the St. John Ambulance Band has been involved with Anzac Day services, state band championships, and council youth events and Christmas events as well. Led by drum major Sam Sedunari. You can follow them on Facebook. Straight after them, the Wartime Vehicle Group of South Australia. They're a group of enthusiasts that collects ex-military vehicles, particularly from the World War II and Vietnam era. They restore and run them on trips and parades, and their jeeps are regularly used to transport veterans in the Anzac Day March. A lot of history here. We've seen the current day band. We've seen their ancestors. Let's give them a round of applause. The Wartime Vehicle Group of South Australia. Right behind the final vehicle, the Serbian community. Plenty of Serbians here today. Fantastic to have you along, guys. Next, the Serbian Film Festival is coming up. It's a celebration of Serbia's thriving creative and artistic culture, now in its 13th year, and offers a unique cinema experience from a European perspective. You can catch that fairly soon. Just watch the media for that. Oh, a few of us know this guy as well. And his friends, Hamburglers here. Good to see you guys. Grimace is there, Birdie's there, and where's Ronald? Is Ronald here? G'day guys, from McDonald's of course we're talking. Ronald McDonald and his friends from McDonald's, Grimace, Birdie and the mischievous Hamburglar. Hey, straight after these guys, it's the Overseas Chinese Association. Give them a big wave and round of applause. There's Ronald. The people from the Overseas Chinese Association of SA are so happy and honoured to represent the members from the Chinese communities. Great to have you aboard, guys. Waving the Aussie flag and the Chinese flag. Well, Ronald got mixed up in a different part of the parade. This is interesting. If you look on the camera now, what are we seeing here? I reckon this could well be, and it certainly is, the Australian Indonesian Association of South Australia Incorporated. How about a big round of applause for this massive group here? The truck is generously supplied by CMV Motors, and the Indonesian community in SA represents the many regions, varieties and cultures, religions and layers of communities in Indonesia. They symbolise Indonesia's unity in diversity, or in Indonesian, it's Bahasa, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. I was taught that today. This really is an opportunity for us to all celebrate being Australian and enjoying what Australia has to offer. Really is fantastic. Proudly presented by the Adelaide City Council and the Australia Day Council of South Australia. We're celebrating what's great about Australia and being Australian. Acknowledging our past, rejoicing in the present and looking confidently to the future. Here they are now. Wow. Lots of colour. Yes, put your hands together. Fantastic to hear the applause in the crowd. G'day, guys. The Australian Indonesian Association of South Australia Incorporated. Unity in diversity. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika are the words. And a great show of support for both countries here, flying the flags in their hats and the Aussie flags in their hands. Of course, we need to thank our sponsors today, the Commonwealth Bank, who are presenting the concert tonight. Timmermatic's going to be there. That's going to be cool. Also, Sarah De Bono. Media partners, Mix 102.3 and Channel 9. Vilis Cakes for the Australia Day message. Novatech Creative Event Technology for all the PA you're hearing and seeing. The South Australian Government and the Crowne Plaza Adelaide. Argon Design, Force Access and Cooper's Brewery. My goodness, here's a truck with... hello, kids. These guys are from the Australian Indonesian Association. The truck, thanks to CMV Motors. G'day, guys. You having a good time? Yeah. They're all off to see Timmermatic and Sarah De Bono. Of course, there's a welcome dance as well, which is going to be cool by Kumakaro. And then, of course, the massive fireworks display as well. And it's all free. 35,000 people we're expecting to watch this fireworks display. You should see where they're setting them off from as well. The Bataknese South Australian community. G'day, guys. Please welcome these guys arriving on a truck also supplied by CMV Motors. Batak is one of the ethnic groups from Indonesia located in the northern part of Sumatra Island. It's popular with its beautiful Lake Toba and its unique culture. It is a beautiful blue, lovely lake up there. Lake Toba, Toba is the place, and these people here are in true celebration mode. The Indonesian Islamic Society of South Australia, of course, they're here showing their traditional clothes from Indonesia. They're showing the diversity in their culture consisting of adults and kids, the traditional clothes from Western Indonesia and also Eastern Indonesia. They come from different tribes and cultures, but they state they are just one, and that one is Indonesia. The Eastern Turkestan community are here now. Let's put our hands together for the guys from Eastern Turkestan. G'day, folks. How you going? A community representative organisation based in Adelaide with over 1,000 members. These guys, the ETAA, established in 1992 to cater for the expanding East Turkestan community in Australia. Since its creation in 1992, they've been an active part of South Australian multicultural society, and they've gained significant recognition and reputation in Australian society with their positive contribution and variety of activities. They aim to promote cultural understanding and goodwill. Next, the South Australian Bangladeshi Community Association are here. G'day, great to see you. They do. Oh, look, it's the wedding. They're doing a wedding here called a palki. The South. G'day, and they're enjoying it too. The South Australian Bangladeshi Community Association. Their special wedding songs they're singing as well. G'day, guys. How you going? The Bangladeshis have just come through. They've 1984. That was the Bangla school that just passed us actually. Also, now we've got the Afghan Community Islamic and Cultural Association of South Australia. A long history of Afghans coming to South Australia as cameleers in the 19th century. They're remembered for their role in the opening up of Central Australia. Hey, guys! They're a noisy bunch. Over recent years, the South Australian Afghan community has continued to grow. Today, this community group is particularly keen to celebrate Australia Day and demonstrate their allegiance to Australia, which is a new homeland. Welcome, folks. Enjoy your day here on Australia Day. Well, the home of the World Cup, Brazil, Brazilian Association of South Australia. The Brazilian Association of South Australia, known for their exuberance, their vibrant colours and great music, along with their love for partying and dancing. And they... Brenton Raglis, where are you? This is fantastic. Channel 9, of course, one of our major sponsors, Raggy, hosting the concert very soon. And these Brazilians are loving it. Every single one of them, even the babies that are asleep, are dancing. How cool is this? Oh, they are having a good time. Almost like the vuvuzelas of 4 years ago. Brazilian Association of South Australia. Following them, the Iraqi Families United of South Australia. An Iraqi marsh house known as a mudhif in Arabic is a traditional reed house made by the Madan people in the swamps of southern Iraq. A mudhif is a large communal home. There it is on the back of the car there. It's a large communal house paid for and maintained by a local sheikh for use by guests or as a gathering place for the locals. The mudhif serves as a symbol familiar to all Iraqis, presented by the members of the Iraqi Families United of South Australian Community. Wow. Hey, just quickly, we missed talking about the Bangladesh Australia Society. They were formed in 1984 to represent the South Australian Bangladeshis. They followed a little while ago. The children showed great enthusiasm to learn the language and culture and routinely participated in the annual Australia Day Parade, and the Society celebrated their 25th Silver Jubilee anniversary in August 2009. My apologies that we missed them in the script, but they're flying by with such excitement and so quickly that you need Morse code to get it through. Well, this is going to be fantastic to welcome these guys. Adelaide, Australia, please welcome the Adelaide Kurdish Youth Society, joining us here, a non-profit organisation who aim to unite the Kurdish youth to proudly promote their rich culture and heritage in the Australian community. Great to have you aboard. And the flavour that we're getting from this parade, it is just celebrations. Everyone's so proudly waving the Australian flag, mixing their own culture in amongst it. It's a lovely sight to see. And a lovely sound too. Women for Will South Australia Incorporated are next. They're entering their 43rd year in 2014, providing fire and rescue services to motorsport events throughout Australia, including the Clipsal 500, the V8 Supercar event in Darwin, the Formula One Grand Prix in Melbourne, and the Bathurst 1000. Please welcome to Elder Park this evening, Women for Wheels. They are very important in our motorsporting industry. Welcome now the Hare Krishnas. The Festival of Chariot with the Hare Krishnas is a unique cultural event celebrating the diversity and sacredness of all living entities. The first festival took place over 5,000 years ago in the ancient city of Puri on the east coast of India. From Manhattan to Moscow, Festival of Chariot is now a standing event in over 100 cities across the globe. And for the first time, this festival has been brought to Adelaide by the Hare Krishnas. Beautiful, isn't it? The Hare Krishnas here in South Australia with their Festival of Chariot. Please welcome for the second time here in the parade ever, last year and now, is the Mexican Association. Yoo-hoo! They exist to assist Mexican immigrants and their families in integrating responsibly into the Australian society and to promote awareness in the Mexican culture, as well as welcoming people from diverse backgrounds who have an interest in Mexico and their Mexican heritage. Great to have you along. Hey, and so the Spanish-speaking community is here. Gabriela Mistral is here too. The ethnic school, they're a play group, a Spanish club and a South American club, all part of the Spanish-speaking community. All part of the ethnic Spanish School of Language and Culture. The Adelaide Colonial Dancers. G'day, good to have you aboard, guys. Here they are, the Adelaide Colonial Dancers, who instruct and perform the dances popular in the early days of their colony, typically from 1836 to the early 20th century. They work hard to keep the dances and costumes authentic to the period. And everyone's welcome to the 7:45 p.m. Wednesday dances at the Icaros Hall in Arthur Street, Unley. Now, on the camera, a beautiful woman holding a fan. Where are you from? The Philippines, of course, the Filipino Settlement Coordinating Council of South Australia. Lovely to have them aboard. A non-profit community organisation and the state peak body for recognised by the Filipino Communities Council of Australia. The Sampaguita Dance Group Incorporated, hey, has been entertaining audiences for 16 years now. They specialise in traditional Filipino folk dancing and lead by example when it comes to displaying Filipino culture at its finest. The women are wearing the famous Maria Clara costumes. The gentlemen are wearing the traditional Barong Tagalog. And their theme is the Sinulog Festival, celebrating, it's in honour of Señor Santo Niño, baby Jesus, of course. The Filipino community continues here. There's a lot of, in fact, hello, Tony, Dr. Tony. Can you hear me, Tony? Yep, there he is. I'm waving to that man there. Okay, fantastic. I know one of the people in the crowd. That's fantastic. Hey, as I was saying, their theme is the Sinulog Festival, which is celebrated every year in the city of Cebu, Philippines, as an honour to Señor Santo Niño, baby Jesus. It's a commemoration of the Catholic celebration as the natives of Cebu were Christianized during the arrival of the Spanish in the Visayas. The Japanese community are here now. The Japanese Australian community, represented by members of social, cultural and business groups who act to promote good relations between Australia and Japan. Let's give them a round of applause, our Japanese friends here. They include the Australia-Japan Association of South Australia, the Japan-Australia Friendship Association, the Japan-Australia Business Council, the Harvest and Plumfields Music and Dance Group, the Japanese School and the Japan Society of Adelaide. Somewhere I would love to go, and I wonder if you would too, Tibet. How lovely, the Tibetan community of South Australia. Put your hands together for the guys from Tibet here. A non-profit organisation founded in 2007 representing Tibetan South Australians. Their aim is to practice and preserve the Tibetan language, culture and tradition. Following the insightful guidance of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, their spiritual leader of the Tibetan people. Promoting understanding within the Australian community of the cultural traditions of Tibet. They support the welfare of Tibetan refugees and keep in contact with other Tibetan support groups or Tibetan Buddhist organisations. Also, the Nepalese people have just been through, the Adelaide Nepalese Society of Australia, active in social welfare and preserving the Nepalese language, but now it's the pipe band. It's the Irish Australian Association, including different Irish groups represented with the Adelaide Irish Pipe Band, Irish dancers, cultist tradition, Irish step dancers, and Celtic musicians from the Irish community. Great to have you aboard. Guten Abend, mein Freunden. How are you? The German community are here. We've just had Schützenfest, and here they are again. The City of Adelaide Premier Pipe Band, the City of Adelaide Pipe Band has just been through as well. They've won 22 South Australian Championships and 2 Australian Pipe Band Championships. But now we're joined by the MGs, and look at this. There is no way I'll get through all these names, so I'm going to try. It's the MG Car Club. Put your hands together. Car 1, Wayne and Geraldine Hoff in a black 1949 TC. Car 2, Arthur Rudiger in a red 1949 TC. Car 3, Laurie Foodie from an ivory 1951 TD. Car 4, Jeanette Walshingham Meath in an ivory 1954 TF. Car 5, Russell Garth in a dark blue 54 TF. Car 6, Eric and Tracy Pepe in a red 67 MGB. Car 7, Marion and Glennis in a red 1967 MGB. Car 8 is Gavin and Tricia Powell in the red 1970 MGB. Car 9, Ian and Ann Moles in a red 1971 MGB. Oh man, Barry Treffers is there in car 10 in a white 71 MGB. 11 is Maury and Ella Evans. 12 is Adrian and Rosa. 13 is Rod and Ann Calver in their 1972 MGB. In car 14, Steve and Barb Spong in a cream 1972 MGB. Leyland and Gloria George are in car 15. It's a Damask 1974 MGB rubber nose. In car 16, Mr. and Mrs. Daryl McPhee in a BRG 1974 MGB. Car 17 is Craig Steele in a white 1977 MGB rubber nose. Car 18, Mike Meston, Parade Blue 1978 MGB rubber nose. Car 19, Mr. and Mrs. Kim Dubrick in a black 1979 MGB rubber nose limited edition. And the last one, Peter and Sharon Coulson, in car 20, a black 2004 MGF. Lovely to see you guys. If your car didn't get a mention, it's because you went past too fast. Hey, the Armenian community are almost here. The Armenians have been migrating to Australia since the gold rush days, and they're proud now to call Australia home. Please welcome to King William Street, Adelaide, South Australia, Australia, part of Australia now, the Armenian Cultural Association of South Australia. Are we missed many? Are we missed many or not? No, I think we're all right. Just try and keep on. Yep. The Hungarian community are next. The Hungarian community group, put your hands together for these guys. They've participated in the Australia Day celebration since 1985. They enjoy sharing their culture with Australian society. Please, a big round of applause. Hello, Hungary. Behind them is the Latvian Museum. representing the Latvian community, which was established in 1949. It continues to this day. The community consists of the Saturday School, Aged Care Group, the Latvian Relief Society, the Lutheran Church Congregation, and Mixed Choir, which sang during the 54th Australian Latvian Cultural Festival. The Maltese community are next. Welcome these people, folks, please. The Maltese community, a body incorporated all Maltese societies working to maintain cultural traditions while continuing to integrate with the Australian lifestyle. On your screen now, the big screen, is the Cambodian Association and the Cambodian Community of South Australia. The group is a peak representative of the Cambodian community in Australia. CASA is working for promotion, protection, preservation and dissemination of Khmer culture in Australia. Their vision is a vibrant multicultural society where all cultures are equal and human dignity and cultural diversity are to be respected. Welcome to our Cambodian friends. Big red car coming through, kids. The City of Charles Sturt's 1938 Diamond T fire engine was formerly used by the SA Metro Fire Service in the Adelaide Hills region. It's now a member of the Historical Commercial Vehicle Club and regularly participates in the Australia Day Parade along with other community events around South Australia. Say thanks to the guys from City of Charles Sturt. Let's go to Thailand, guys. The Thai community are here. The Thai Students and Alumni Association of South Australia, this year they're proud to present their elegant and unique Thai traditional costumes. Their amazing clothing reflects their elaborate preparations and their rich legacy culture. Next, the Vietnamese community. On your screen just in a moment, we'll be there. Welcome to these guys. Dao Tam Kai Po Do Cao Dai. Cao Dai is a religion founded in Vietnam in 1925, and its teachings are based on the aims of religious unity between many faiths of the world to build peace on earth. What a wonderful idea. Put your hands together for the guys, the Vietnam Society here. And then behind them, the Vietnamese Women's Association. Great to have the veterans here too. And listen to them, established in the mid-1990s, the Vietnamese Women's Association of South Australia was established by a small group of men and women who share the value of advancing the role of women in Vietnamese background. Great to have them along. The Khmer Kampuchea Crowne community is next in their bright orange and traditional outfits there. G'day, guys. They're indigenous of the Mekong Delta in southern Vietnam, a close-knit community of about 60 families here in South Australia. Great to have them along. Followed by the Burmese community. Great to have you along, guys. Beautiful outfits there from the Burmese. The Bhutanese community of South Australia. The Bhutanese started coming to Australia in May 2008. It's a new and emerging community in South Australia, and we welcome you to the Australia Day Parade in the city celebrations this afternoon. The Bhutanese Australia of South Australia group. Bhutan represented by many here. The Eritrean Muslim community in South Australia, an association specialising in social services, is on your screen now. G'day, guys. Good to have you along. They specialise in social services, cultural and religious purposes. Eritrean Muslim community in South Australia, and they're a happy bunch. Some ukuleles out there. Next up, the Bantu ethnic community of South Australia. Bantu people are located in South Africa and right through Africa. They want to promote cultural activities. They're a happy bunch. And followed by the Ugandan community of South Australia. They're proud to also celebrate on the 26th of January, the Ugandan Liberation Day. So we're sharing two things today. G'day, guys, and happy Liberation Day in Uganda. Good, mate. How you doing? You're going through a bit too fast for me, man. Who's this Liberian? Yeah, hang on, mate. That'd be good. Liberian community. let's welcome now the Liberian community to the parade here in the Parklands. Wonderful to have you along. Wow, there's so much excitement and colour here. Wonderful to see. The Somali Women's Association of South Australia. Fantastic group, actively involved in its members in cultural awareness, women's health and safety, providing support towards educating children in high school and tertiary education, as well as bringing back the locals and Somali people together through festivals and cultural events. Sukulu Nabari Ethnic Language School is presenting their students and encouraging people to support children in their studies. They've come from South Sudan and are now proud Australians. Welcome, folks. Hey, the Prospect SES, should you ever need them, and let's hope you don't, but it was glad to have you around. The State Emergency Services are responsible for the northwestern corner of Adelaide, stretching from North Terrace to North Haven, mostly dealing with storm and flood tasks, land search tasks, and general rescue tasks. Last financial year, 240 tasks these guys responded to, and so far in this financial year, 200. A lot of work. 30 members in the unit with over 20 years service, and 2 of them with over 30. The Australian Stock Horse Society SA Central branch is next. Established in 1971 in Scone, New South Wales, with the aim of preserving and promoting the bloodlines of the Australian stock horse. Fantastic to have you along. Want to thank also St. John's, folks. Fantastic. Hope you enjoyed the Australia Day Parade. Hey, listen, a lot of excitement there. Some folks we didn't quite get around to mentioning, but I do want to mention Weknin Australia, the Northern Kids Choir from Weknin Australia. Kids have changed for the better. And also Oromo Community Australia, Association of South Australia. Well done. They're calling Australia home. They're from Ethiopia, Northern Kenya, and parts of Somalia. Very soon we're going down to the main stage, and most of the crowd is heading down there now. The reason being, there's a free concert down there. The Australia Day in the City Parade for 2014 is the largest parade of its kind in the country, featured over 3,000 participants and 97 floats. Now what we're doing, celebrating Australia coming together as a nation and what it's like to be Australian, is we've got a crackerjack show. The concert's presented by the Commonwealth Bank. It's going to feature a special welcome and dance performed by Kumakaro, all-round entertainer Tim-O-Matic, and one of Australia's most exciting upcoming artists. She's a cracker of a talent, this girl, Sarah De Bono. Plus, we'll be finishing the night off with one of the most spectacular fireworks displays that Adelaide has seen. We're expecting maybe 35,000 people to see these fireworks launched from a truly unique spot. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something you'll talk about for a long time. Adelaide is absolutely alive today on Australia Day. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Commonwealth Bank, who are presenting the concert, our media partners, Mix 102 and Channel 9, and everyone else who was involved. My name is Paul Richards. Great to have you along. Enjoy your night here. Australia Day in the City 2014.